There are more castles per capita in Slovenia than there are in any other country. And there's more forest in Slovenia than there is in any other country per the ratio. I think 80% of the whole country is forest. So that's pretty cool. Overall, it's really a safe, nice, pleasant country. Slovenia is actually a very nice, peaceful, mountainous country with these cute people who live in villages, and then they live in these cute cities. I mean, it really is very picturesque. There was a sense of safety throughout the whole country. I think it's rated as the 8th most peaceful country in the whole world. Sometimes I think it's also gotten listed as the first most peaceful country in the whole world. And it's the size of New Jersey. We would take a train down to Zagreb for all of the meetings that we had, which is like a 4-hour ride, but it's a gorgeous ride, so I loved it. I loved going on the train. They believe that if you don't wear stockings, even in the middle of the summer, that your eggs will freeze and you will never have children. If it's in the middle of the winter, then it's all the worse. And so women will stop you in the middle of the road that you've never met before, and they will grab you by the shoulders, and they will say, "You need to wear stockings or your eggs will freeze." And they will look at you very seriously and say, "I know somebody who had that happen to them." Like, you really are being irresponsible with your body and your future since you're not wearing stockings. So it's just wearing stockings is just worth it. Also, you can't sit on the ground when you're like a girl, boys either, but girls also, if they sit on the ground, their eggs will freeze. So you can sit on the ground if you have a piece of paper between you and the concrete, which apparently works. But if you just sit on the concrete, then you will not have any children. So that's something worth avoiding just for the cultural consequences. People don't wear clothes very often in the summer. Not that they wander around naked, but in their houses they do. You might have to be prepared. And if you see a man who opens the door and you think that he might not be wearing clothing, don't check. Just look at his face and then leave, because it's not worth it. And I had that so many times that people would open their doors naked or almost naked. It was a lot of soup and a lot of salad and potato salad, basically. And then they would have some kind of a meat. There's a lot of like Bosnian kind of influenced food, like kebabs, or they're Turkish food originally. There's also a lot of German food, so a lot of sauerkraut, potatoes, pork, things like that. I actually grew to like it quite a lot.
I love Slovenes. The interesting thing that happened to me is, like, the longer I was in the country, the more I realized that I was like really one of them. You know, sometimes it's hard for them to like let you in the beginning, but once they decide to let you in, they let you in like all the way, and they just love you. And there's just so much culture and tradition there that I don't feel like you get in the States, just because they have so much history and they know it and they just love it. And I just really love about them how health oriented they are. It's really about, you know, natural foods and keeping yourself healthy. You know, they have this saying like, an empty cup can't fill another cup, right? Like, you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. And that's definitely something that I learned from their culture. Like, it's okay, you know, to take time for yourself, because you're not going to help anyone if you're not taking care of yourself.